Avon, Colorado, and we're just about ready to get bussed up to Camp Hale. Today it is becoming a national monument. You guys excited?
Yeah. Still waking up.
You're still waking up? Invited guests. Lots of people representing a lot of different things here. Different political parties, as well as their different branches of the military, Forest Service, the Native American group over here. All right, we're at Camp Hale, Colorado Ski Museum. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
This is good. I just want to get a good
Sitting here with Sandy Treat Jr., who's a descendant?
Fourth.
Junior,
Yeah.
yes. Your grandfather was actually here 77, 78 or 9 years ago.
So wild to think about that.
Yeah, 1943, 44 in this valley. So my film, Mission Mount Mangart, has led up to this moment here at Camp Hale, where this is going to be designated as a national monument. And we have October 12th. This is the official designation of it. The media is here. A lot of this is cool. This is super cool.
I'm Jennifer.
Hello.
Where's the mountains that they trained on?
Well, all through here. Yeah, all up in here. And they did, there's a
Mr. President, we are so honored to welcome you to our iconic and historic Colorado landscape. I know you got to see some of our changing leaves on the ride up. This is a special site. This is a site that commemorates our military heritage, the brave ski troopers and 10th Mountain Division veterans in World War II, and of course part of the natural backdrop of what makes Colorado special. I want to thank Senator Bennett, Senator Hickenlooper, Representative Nagoose, Secretary Vilsack. We have Brigadier General Laura Clellan with us, the Adjutant General of Colorado and head of our Department of Veterans Affairs, Dan Gibbs, the head of our Department of Natural Resources. You know, protecting Camp Hale, the hallowed training ground, the birthplace of the 10th Mountain Division, celebrates Colorado's contributions to the World War II effort and of course the service of our proud ski troopers. Veterans of the 10th Mountain Division helped shape the modern ski industry.
15,000 recruits who arrived here by train starting in 1942, not just from Colorado, but all across the country. Some had never seen snow before. Others had never been in the mountains. But among them were the best skiers and mountaineers and mountain climbers in America, and they learned from each other. Over the next 2 years, they trained relentlessly in 10 feet of snow and temperatures 50 degrees below zero. 2 days ago, Mr. President, the son of a 10th Mountain vet told me his dad said this mountain was the coldest son of a bitch he ever climbed. The conditions were so tough, Some called it Camp Hale, but it forged them into the world's most capable mountain soldiers, and they were just in time. By early 1945, the Allies had hit a wall in northern Italy where German soldiers held the high ground in the Apennine Mountains. Every Allied effort to break the German line had failed until the 10th Mountain Division arrived. At Riva Ridge, 10th Mountain soldiers climbed more than 1,800 feet straight up a vertical cliff with 90-pound packs and rifles in the dead of night. At dawn, they surprised the Germans who believed their position was unassailable. Not for the 10th Mountain Division. They seized it. They scaled Mount Belvedere and punched a hole in the German line. And over the next 10 weeks, they pushed north with the Allies and helped clear the way for victory in Europe. All of this came at a terrible cost. Over 114 days of combat, more than 4,000 soldiers were wounded, nearly 1,000 lost their lives. And as was mentioned, they weren't done yet. After the war, a number of 10th Mountain veterans returned to Colorado to build our ski and outdoor industries. Theirs is an extraordinary story, a deeply Colorado story, I think, Mr. President, of service, of vision, entrepreneurship, and of abiding connection to the outdoors and our public land. Let me end by acknowledging those who are no longer here, the 10th Mountain veterans who gave their lives in the war, who have passed on since. With this designation, Mr. President, you offer their service the dignity of public remembrance. You safeguard this place and its history, not only for them, but for America. And you ensure that years from now, we can bring our grandkids here and tell them the story of the 10th Mountain Division and their contributions not only to Colorado, but to humanity. And for that, Mr. President, Colorado will be forever grateful. Thank you.
Today, Mr. President, before you, you have hundreds of county commissioners, of local ranchers, of conservationists, of veterans, of folks who treasure our public lands, who have spent a great deal of time and effort making this possible, beating the drum month after month, year after year, decade after decade. We are intrigued. I believe Sandy Treat Jr. is here. If he is, I hope he'll stand up for us. When I first began serving in Congress, I had the special opportunity to tour these grounds with Sandy, a World War II veteran who trained at Camp Hale and spent his final years working to preserve this land. And Sandy once wrote, "I grew up in an America that valued our wild lands. And this is a value that I hope lives on long after I'm gone."
February 1945, surprise Allied attack on the mountains of Italy. Imagine, it's pitch black, punishing cold, the mission high in the mountains that hinged on the skill, strength, and stamina that could have only been gained in a place like this. They're more than ready. They were more than ready that day and since then. American soldiers of the 10th Mountain Division scaled that 1,800-foot cliff at night, caught the Germans by surprise, captured key positions, and broke through the German defense line at a pivotal point in the war.
The establishment of Camp Hale Continental Divide National Monument by the President of the United States of America